see.
Getting up peeking, and in fact, he's going to find the stall right away. Finds Kiku as well, and finds Lipa. Beautifully done here from Lavelle has this covered. Lavelle with the double, possibly one more. Can he find them? He's going to find the triple. Welcome back to the Saints Gaming CA Twitch channel, where we're just about to get started with day 2 of action here in the Activision Blizzard Collegiate Cold War. My name's Dan Banner, also known as Mr. Danners, your producer here, and then alongside me we have Jackson Brown making a return for the Call of Duty side of things. Jackson, you excited for day 2?
Yeah, of course, man. I mean, Danners, it was so fun to watch the Saints bounce back after that round 1 loss and winners yesterday and just come out absolutely swinging, winning the next 3 and losers. It was actually phenomenal to watch, especially that match against Eagles Cod Blue, you know.
That was nuts.
Great matchup overall, and that was so close. I remember the hard point, 250 to 247 right off the hop of things. Absolutely unreal games yesterday. So I'm just thrilled to hop back into things today as we start off against U of Akron, or the Zips. And this one's going to be a tough one. I mean, in CCL, based on CCL, we're 6-0 and Akron's 5-1. And the only reason Akron has that one loss is because they played the number 1 team in the CCL right now. So,
which is fair. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. So their only loss is against OSU Scarlet. And OSU Scarlet is a very strong COD roster, currently 7-0 in the CCL. But, you know, Saints, they're going to have a tough one here. And, you know, Corius NP, he did come in as a substitute yesterday, and he will be staying in here today. So I'm going to be really interested to see, you know, if he stayed on grinding all day today, getting his shots warm. But we're going to find out right here, right now, Danners, as we hop in to the hard point here on Checkmate.
Yeah, of course, Checkmate Hardpoint's a map we've definitely been seeing a lot of, and it's going to be first blood for the entire round, going on over to Priestley, as we do have Peeves, OG Nards, Mystic, and Pack on the side of Zips Esports. Sau's going to find one more, in the battle for the hardpoint keeps going on, but it's going to be Priestley finding himself another. Saints off to a good start here with the early cap onto this hardpoint in the plane.
Yeah, you know, they're playing really good to start this one off. Priestley especially, I mean, we talked about him so much yesterday and what he can do with that AR, and he's continuing to show that he can do that today. Sauce going to find himself another one there. So everybody on the side of Saints, I mean, all staying alive. Priestley going to be the first person to fall for the Saints, and that was 35 seconds into the game. So if you're St. Clair here, you're pretty happy about that. And look at this. They do have spawns to next. The only player really screwing that up is number 4. That's going to be Pack. They really need to clear out this back room. Priestley, I don't think they know he's in there.
There
now
he is.
They do. Priestley going to get shut down. And Thieves Gash going to find another one. So spawns are going to flip now. You see number 5. That's going to be Priestley. He spawns way out. So Zips, they have pretty good control of this site now.
And it's going to be, of course, the only one anywhere nearby is going to get taken down, at least for the moment. Brandon going to find himself on the board taking care of Mystic, but of course the control is now in the hands of the Zips. Of course, Zips, an old foe of ours across multiple first-person shooter titles. I know they're extremely strong in Rainbow Six as well, so it's cool to see them picking up essentially right where they left off here and making it work in Call of Duty as well. Brandon versus Nards, but Nards is going to end up going down, and majority of this point is going to be going over to the side of the Zips, as Saints just can't quite find their way in.
Yeah, you know, and Saints actually did have the spawns to keep that hill, so really unfortunate of them to actually lose those spawns right off the hop of things. A little bit just tough time to retake there when we saw Pack just sitting in that back room. I really do believe that's what one Zips the site overall. And really stop Saints from doing anything with it. Oh my God, Saucy! He's going to kick him up, so a nice 3. And absolutely astonishing plays from him there. St. Clair, they're looking to bounce back on things here. Now on this next site, Priestley just going to spot the head of Pack there. Getting a good shutdown. Priestley make it 2. And St. Clair, they're looking really... Oh my God, Priestley! They're looking really good in the slang department.
Absolutely. It's always a spot that seems like they're very strong in. We're going to see even Corius find himself on the board after taking Pack down. They've been able to pretty much have full control over this hard point that's been under the plane and just constantly shot after shot, kill after kill. Brandon going to find himself another one here after taking Pack down. And time again, Saints are looking fantastic under the plane, but still got plenty of game to go here, but still very close.
Yeah, Corey's going to find a nice little kill up there and playing Priestley with the long-range pistol headshot there on a pack. Great plays overall from him, and that's going to extend the lead into the Saints' favor now, leading by 25. And Brandon, he actually just went on a 5 streak there before he fell to Hearts. And, I mean, if you're the Saints here, they just look so much better than yesterday. Like, I'm going to say that right out of the gates. Like, they look like they have been playing all day getting ready for this.
I mean, even if you play all day, though, that's not necessarily a good thing. We see time and time again players just burn themselves out and go into basically autopilot as Brandon, he's going to spray and pray and find the face of Narts, taking care of that one. Does have Pack hot on his tail. Does not matter. He gets mowed down as well. Saints, the last 2 hard points have been absolutely fantastic here for them. Priestley now on site trying to defend as much as possible. Sees the 2 members coming. Gonna mow 1, gonna mow down 2. He's gonna line them up and take them down. 15 seconds left on this point. It's just a matter of dealing with the crumbs. And Saints take a solid lead after those last 2 points.
I'd like to point out how much Priestley's been doing. Yeah, you might be able to say, all right, he's 11-5. He's doing a lot of work for Saints. Don't leave out the minute 36 of hill time he has with that, right? Like, that is so crucial that he's just slaying to the point where he's 11-6 now, but he's just on the site while doing it. That's what's going to be the big difference maker for Saints. Nobody can really break in the site. So Priestley, as long as he keeps all these plays up, I mean, they really shouldn't have any issues.
Absolutely. However, this next point did not go in their favor in the slightest. We see a lot of green on the wrong side of the kill feed here, as Narts, Peeves, and Mystic are all going to find themselves one. Mystic is finally going to get taken down, though. Priestley, of course, pretty much everywhere here in this game, trying to make something happen towards this next point. Still about 20 seconds left on it. Priestley and Brandon going to both find themselves one. Brandon going to find himself another. Whip the pistol out. See if you can finish him off. He's going to hunt him down, but he's got to be careful. There's another one right behind it. If he got the double with the pistol, I may have just lost it. Okay then, there we go. He's gonna make me eat my words, and I absolutely love it. But now the hard point is about to switch on over. Saints get a couple points, but majority of that was contested time, so it didn't exactly go into the pocket for them. But now they have to be careful. They're pretty much on the plane, ready for this next point, but somebody on the side of the Zips are there. Sauce is gonna find himself a solid double to keep this in control, and now they're gonna start gaining some points once again after he takes down Mystic.
Yeah, great plays there from Sauce. I mean, Thieves will find one, but Priestley's right there and lined up and ready for that trade. So Saints are going to funnel in and try to help out, Priestley on this hill, as Priestley just keep doing what he does best. Now 17-8, and he's about to hit that 2-minute hardpoint time, which is absolutely insane, just considering, look at this. He has 2 minutes on the hill. Saints have 142 points. They have 22 points on the hill without Priestley there.
Which is insane. Like, he's always there. He's always on defense. For the longest time, you couldn't pay Priestley to sit on the point. He always wanted those angles to make sure that he was always top fragger. But now he's doing it while also being on the points. His defense has been immaculate, and now a solid hill there for the Saints, but they have to run on over to a hill that kind of was a little bit of a struggle for them last time by. Let's see if they can move towards this northeast section of the map. A good start, though.
Priestley,
2 kills down.
Priestley's doing what Pack did last time around, and, it really results in them winning that hill. And just look at this. Sauce is doing so good at holding all these crosses and angles. Like, I just think the Saints look absolutely phenomenal here, even though this game is still only a 70-point differential. I mean, the Saints, just look at this. Like, look at the slaying from them right now, right? Sauce, he's double positive, 22-11. Brandon, double positive, 19-9. Priestley, double positive, 21-9. With that 2 minutes and 15 seconds in hill, I mean, it's absolutely unreal here. And, the one thing I'm really finding about Priestley right now is he's kind of doing a little bit of Dawson's role while doing all of this, right? He's swinging over spawns so they can win hills, and he's doing it perfectly. He's slaying things out, so good.
It's definitely interesting to see because it's a little bit of, it looks like a bit of a mixture between, it'd be Priestley and Correas who've been kind of taking that role. And to be honest, I kind of like that they split it amongst themselves. That way you kind of get the best of both worlds in a sense, where you can be the aggressive one diving in, but at the same time, you're still keeping an eye on the objective. You're keeping an eye on all the spawns and such. But now, in this point underneath the plane once again, Corey is going to be first there, but he is going up against 2. That one's not going to work in his favor. But he is going to see here. We do have Brandon going to go 1 for 1. Now Sauce making his way to the site, and he's going to find 1. He's going to line him up for 2. Takes care of it nice and quick, flips the point. Just has to deal with Peeves, but Peeves is going to shut him down. But there is backup available. Brandon is here. Correas is on site as well, and now Priestley is here as well. So now Saints back in the this driver's seat here for this point. A nice little double here for Priestley. They're not going to be able to win off of this hill, but maybe the next if they can keep this up.
Yeah, you really do want to see them set up for next more, too. The Saints, they're looking like they don't have a whole lot of control over that next hard point, and you're going to have to see if they can rely on their retaking skills, where if you look at the side of Zips, they are all around that hard point and ready and set up for it. So the Saints might have a little bit of difficulty coming through here and breaking out this one. But look at this. Even if the Zips get the rest of this hard point time, the Saints still have a 54-point lead.
Correas!
Oh, Correas! Oh my god, I'm so riled up watching the Saints just absolutely do amazing here. And they're making plays. Like, I've seen like so many clip-worthy kills in this last 10 minutes alone that I've seen probably in like almost a whole series yesterday.
Absolutely, but this point is not quite done just yet. We do see Brandon close to the site, does have control, but the rest of the Zips, they're charging forward. They don't want to give this over, otherwise the game is basically done. But that is going to be a good engagement here from Priestley, Sauce, and Correas as they're able to get themselves onto the point. If they can hang on to the rest of this, they will win this game right here. And the Zips looks like they're looking to rotate, but it does not matter.
Wow. Saints playing phenomenal there, and they won this a lot more dominantly than I thought they were going to be completely honest. I mean, I thought this map was up in the air. Like, you know, the Saints or Akron could have taken it, and I would not have been surprised in whatsoever. But the Saints to take it by 123 points, that's what shocks me, right?
For sure.
You're going against a 5-1 Akron squad, and you're doing numbers like this, and you're just making it. They kind of made it look easy.
I mean, that first initial, like, maybe minute to 3 minutes of play did look much closer, because normally I think of Akron, like I was saying before, I think of a very solid school, especially in regards to FPS games. But like the opening spot, it looked like it was going to be one of those times. But then that last couple minutes, Akron, they were just really, really struggling. And I don't know what the heck happened there, because, yeah, Saints absolutely ran away with it. From the point where the hard point was underneath the plane till the game's finale, it was basically like 99% Saints control.
Yeah, and you love to see that, right? I mean, they looked just strong, right? Like yesterday, we could tell their slang power was still there, but maybe not so much the tactical side of things where they were ready to play for the next hard point and getting those spawns, whatever it may be, right? But today, they combined those two together, and it just looks so good so far to start things off against this Akron squad, making them win that first map and leading the series now 1-0 going into Search and Destroy. These are still best of threes today, and we're already into the next one. Raid, Search, and Destroy, Danners. They're moving things along quickly today, and they're getting ready to go here. So Saints versus the Akron Zips. Search and Destroy on Raid. Let's see who can take it.
I mean, a big mistake that I see all across esports, to be completely honest, is players and teams that, after a rough loss, they just instantly like fire away. No, let's get into the next game. No, you have about 5 minutes or so in between games to actually like settle down and kind of cut the momentum, talk about it a little bit. But no, when you jump into game after game, especially after you just lost, that can be a little bit stressful, and if anything, it's more of a favor for those who just won the game. That being said, though, Zips came off swinging. Bombs already planted towards A, but the slaying power again from Saints are coming out strong. So we see Brandon going to be in position to take care of Peeves, but Peeves is going to shut him down. The flank from Correas, nice idea, but not quite going to be taking care of it. Sauce takes care of one, since somebody has to get there sometime soon. 20 seconds left on the bomb.
Priestley's going to make his way up there, get the kill, and allow Sauce to off the defuse. Actually, Priestley's going to get the defuse because I think he's closer to streaks, right? Priestley's 2-0, and Sauce is 1-0. So they're going to allow Priestley to get the defuse and get the extra 100 points on the board, getting him closer and closer to score streaks, which is really what you do like to see from the Saints. Smart plays overall there. And, you know, I was really skeptical about Saints winning this round as soon as Akron got the bomb planted, because we know how powerful that control is when you plant there and everybody else from Zips can just back up and wait, right?
For sure.
So it's such a powerful position that Zips was in. And for Saints to be able to shut it down is so good from them. Correas, when he died on that flank, it even worried me even more. But just like that, Priestley and Sauce, they were able to close things out. Priestley, he's going to run up there and he's going to get the slang out and win the round. And speaking of Priestley, he's going to put himself to 3-0 now.
I forgot it's the first 30 seconds of a search and destroy. I'm supposed to always have my cursor on Priestley because he always finds these opening picks or is a part of the opening pick one way or another. Sauce did spot Mystic crossing, I do believe, but he could be in a position to at least get this thing moving. Maybe not quite. Priestley on the hunt is going to find Arts, and now Saints find themselves in a fantastic position. Sauce moving in very aggressively, and they're going to clean up this second round like it's nobody's business.
I feel like I don't even know where this where the Saints roster is coming from at this point right now, Danners. Like, they are firing on absolutely every single cylinder.
What was that angle? That's something I expect out of our 6 players, not COD. Huge angle from Priestley for that best play of the round.
Yeah, and he's 4-0 to start. I mean, you know how we were talking about yesterday? There's that one search and destroy game on Raid where if the Saints could shut down APOC from, I think it was COD Eagles Blue,
right, yeah.
They could win the round. And I think Priestley's going to be that to Zips right now.
Essentially, definitely feels that way. And sure enough, he's going to find first blood, and Saucenado's going to be there to back up Corius. Perfect timing, him up in the high ground. He's going to find himself another. It's going to be all down to Narts, who's pretty much at the spawn at this rate, slowly creeping towards B. Finds Sauce. Okay, he does pick off the one. That's a good start. However, he's going to run into Brandon, and Brandon's going to shut him down. That's going to be round number 3 to Saints.
That actually wasn't Brandon who was getting the kill there, I don't think.
Baited?
I think that was somebody else coming from the behind. Brandon did not get that kill there. It was one of the others. But yeah, I mean, either way, like, just look at these plays. Like, it really just seems that the Zips can't really even get map control without the Saints just shutting them down. Like, they're watching every single quarter, watching every single nook, watching every single cranny, and just shutting down the Zips wherever they look to chow from. And, you know, the Saints, like, they were even dropping rounds to some of the lower level teams yesterday, but they're doing this to the Zips. It's quite astonishing. And Priestley, like, this is why we watch him for the first 30 seconds every single round, right? Look at that opening pick. He just finds that head, and this is Sauce already getting the plant down. And look at what this is going to do. This is going to allow the Saints to just get ready and hold this. You will see 2 players on the flank, though. So Thieves and Pack, they're going to be the big players to watch here because the Saints aren't going to anticipate 2 coming around on the flank.
Oh, Brandon's there, however. It is going to be Pack getting the refrag, but where's Priestley? He is around the corner, point blank with them, going to take care of it, which means now it's all down to Mystic to get 2 kills in a defuse, which is always a tough task. Not impossible, but going to be brutal. Going to start things off there. I think it's Stun Nade that got, or not Stun Nade, but flashbang of some sort to move forward at least for the second. Priestley from the high ground, going to clear that one out. The nice 4th round victory here for the Saints.
Yeah, absolutely insane for them to be up 4-0 right now. I mean, it's absolutely unreal right now. I mean, the Saints, this is U of Akron we're talking about, Danners, right? Like, and they just lost the hardpoint 250 to 127, and now they're in this search and destroy down 4-0. Like, the Saints are looking to close this one out nice and quick and just get right on into the next one and push them. If they win this series, they go top 12, and that's very close to that prize pool money. And, you know, they're looking to find it today.
They'll definitely just be just close enough to taste it, but not quite there. Do we see first blood percentage for Priestley continue to stay at like 100%, it feels like, for this game? Pack moving towards the B side. The whole squad kind of deathballing it a little bit. Let's see if they can get themselves toward this B site. Priestley spots them out. He's going to make the call out, and it's actually going to end up being going over to Sauce. Sauce going to shut Pack down right away. Bomb dropped on the site, but not planted. This is a brutal spot for the Zips to try and recover. Of course he did.
Yeah, and Brandon's going to find one as well, leaving Mystic, and yet again another 1v3-4 scenario, and Brandon's going to be there to shut it down. I'd like to point out right now that Priestley is 9-0. He's on a 9 streak in search and destroy. Like, you do not see that, Danners. And Priestley is just, he is on one today.
Definitely the easiest thing to highlight, but the majority of these Saints members are just absolutely on fire.
Yeah,
but they definitely do make it easy when Priestley keeps finding these opening picks or like quick picks overall. Because yeah, 9-0, the fact that he's not died yet in the slightest is absolutely absurd for a competitive Call of Duty match. The Zips have just not been able to find an answer for him in the slightest. And hello, first blood. Probably if Pack is going to actually go down, it's going to be Brandon who's going to secure that one, but he does get refragged over. We do have Peeves moving forward, but it is going to actually find Brandon as well. The bomb kind of dropped in the middle, a bit of an awkward spot here for some of the Saints members, as it's going to be Corius and Priestley to try and close this one out. And He might be able to find Nards up on the high ground. He is going to actually find him, keeping the streak alive. 2-on-2, totally doable.
Yeah, and I honestly think this is one of the first times in this whole game where the Saints have been at a player disadvantage, right? You usually see them getting that first blood and they just translate from there. But that was the first time they were kind of in a 3v2, a 2v3. And now it's 2v2 as Priestley ties things up and Mystic gets spotted. He spot the barrel that Corius is just waiting for now. He's going to call out Mystic too. And he's going to fall off the position. Priestley, going to spot Mystic though, cleans him up and goes and grabs that bomb. Peeves, he's going to try to find whatever he can. But look at this. The Saints are gone. They are gone. They vanished. Priestley's going to cross down through lower and get this bomb planted. He might have spotted Peeves. No, he did not. But the bomb is going to go down here nonetheless. And he has plenty of time to plant as Peeves isn't pushing yet. And now Corius and Priestley, they just have to set up and wait. And, you know, the Saints may be able to close this one out 6-0 if everything goes to plan here. But Peeves, he's going to be... Oh, he doesn't... He has streaks coming in. So Priestley's just going to run these streaks. And look at this. That wasted 10 seconds of his time. 10 seconds is so crucial in a search and destroy round, especially in a 1v2.
Absolutely. He's going to dive on it, and he's getting shot from both ends. Apply this run to AGDQ. That's a speed run, folks. 2-0 for St. Clair.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the first game even done in this whole series today. Like, you know, every single team is also playing right now, and we're the... Oh, never mind. There's one other game finished. But, you know, even then, like, they are looking so good right now. And it's like you were talking about. I think Akron might be regretting a little bit letting Saints just start it right back up, like you were saying, right? Where you could have took 5 minutes and waited.
And this is what we kind of see across all of esports. A team that loses then wonders why nothing tactically has changed. They're still losing. And, like, you could have just taken 5. Like, okay, that round didn't go as planned. What do we got to set up here? We got raid, search, and destroy. What do you want to do? Instead, you go into it, you're probably still just as flustered, you're just as clueless. You didn't get a drink or anything in the meantimes either. No swig of water or nothing. Like, you're nothing to calm you back down. And for, like, I don't like either of like teams going in just like that. But in a situation like that, I definitely favor the one who just came off of a win compared to somebody who just lost. At least they can ride the momentum. So... everything tactically failed there for Akron.
And they just looked so good. Like, it wasn't even just Akron playing, like, really that bad. I'm going to be
Which is true.
Like, the Saints just looked more dominant right now so far to start the day. And that's what we'd like to see as we're on day 2 now. They've already qualified. So right now they're playing for that money. And look at that. 4 more teams just got knocked out. So we are no longer top 16. We are top 12 now. And with the losers rounds, the 4 teams getting knocked out. So we will be waiting for a loser from winners round 3 to come down and play us now, going into winners round, the losers round 6, sorry. But yeah, guys, I mean, we should honestly have theoretically, I think we'll have like a 20-25 minute break even, just because of how fast and dominantly the Saints did win that one.
Now, we'll see, because this is just like a bit of a prediction, just trying to guess off of reading the bracket. In theory, I do think we'd play the loser between Concord Maroon and Florida State Garnet. So
and they're both good.
They're both very strong teams. Obviously they're still on the winner side of things. They've been flawless all throughout the first day. Neither of these teams should be seeded 36th and 37th. But again, that's a point we beat to death yesterday. But 2 teams that definitely deserve to be that far already. So it's going to be a tough one, and well, I could be completely wrong. We're going to take a look at some of these other ones as well, just across the winners bracket. Actually, I'm going to throw it over to the bracket, so it's not just me talking out of my rear here. Okay, let's throw it on over. So, okay, York Esports. If it's the team I'm thinking about, that is a brutal team as well. Humber, solid squad as well, of course. Then we take
look at this. PSU JV. That JV squad
that was our round 1.
Yeah, that was our round 1, and now they are in winners round 3 as a JV squad. Like, that is so amazing for them. Like, if you look at, is PSU's main team in this?
They were actually on their side of the bracket, I think. Yeah, they're right here. They went down to Concord Maroon.
Okay, to Penn State, and I think they might even be out of losers already. I'm gonna check real quick, but. No, Penn State's playing Northwood right now in losers.
Oh, that's a game too, damn.
JV squad in winners round 3, rather than, you know, having that main roster, that's insane. And, you know, They're going to be playing the team that just took down Akron Zips, and Saints just looking good here in this one as we wait for these next matches in this bracket to further develop. But there's going to be two other teams now that we're waiting to get knocked out of losers, whether it be Penn State or Northwood or UB Esports and the Mountaineers.
Then one other match I also want to give a shout out to is the fact that Ryerson's actually going pretty far here in this tournament as well, and that was never a team that I would really think about for in regards to Call of Duty, but they're really showing their stuff here, and now they get to go up against Sheridan, and we know Sheridan is solid. So big props to everybody who's made it so far here in this tournament. As everybody's been looking good now that we've kind of flushed away the earlier couple rounds, and now it's just going to get crazier and crazier moving forward here in this tournament. Of course, because we do have to wait a couple moments before the next match is ready, we will be throwing it to a very quick break. I guarantee you it'll be faster than the 2 or so hours that we had to wait in between rounds after the first one last night. And we're guessing probably like 20 minutes or so tops if it goes all the way to like the tail end of a game 3. But any other final thoughts for this match versus Akron before we do throw it to break?
Just the Saints look amazing. I said it so much, and it really is putting a smile on my face to see them come out here. And I bet you they're all smiling right now at home playing this. So overall, great games to start that one off, and we're looking to head in now to losers round 6 and T12. So stay with us. My name is Deprived, joined by Danners, and we'll be back with you shortly.